Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and go ahead and leave a comment down below as well. I'm sorry about the background noise. I do have the TV on. I am cooking dinner at the moment. It's just going to be like an easy dinner. It's just SpaghettiOs and meatballs because I didn't feel like doing like a full meal at the moment. It's a it's almost 6 o'clock, but I just wanted to get on here and kind of talk about this whole crisis we're in, I guess you could say. I'm just a little frustrated because today my husband tried to go get tested for the virus because he's been off work for about a week now. And his job, well, he was sick with flu-like symptoms, nothing to do with COVID-19 or the whatever the heck they're calling it now. There was no symptoms to that. He was just getting sick, and it was just pretty much like the flu symptoms. So he tried to go get tested, and they wouldn't see him. So it was like, okay, whatever, not a big deal. So his job pretty much told him to stay home for 14 days or until he can provide a negative test. Well, so today they opened up that Brian drive-through thing for the testing. Well, he did the online thing where you go fill out and see, if you qualify. Well, go figure, they denied him for getting tested. And it's like, okay, well, how is he supposed to, find out if he has this or not? Because they won't test him. They won't, give him any type of test. Like they won't do it. And it's just like, okay, well, we need to figure out if he has it or doesn't have it, so that way, if he does, then I can get tested, and then everybody else that we've been in contact with can get tested. But it's just to the point where it's so frustrating because it's like, okay, well, where do we go from here? Is he gonna be paid or not? Because I mean, I know that they approved the, sick leave or whatever for employees, but it's like, okay, well, if he doesn't have a positive test, is he still going to get paid for that? Because, it's not his fault he can't go back to work. His job wants him to provide the negative test, and he can't do that if nobody will test him. So they pretty much just advised him to continue to self-quarantine until the 31st of this month. So fingers crossed that nothing bad happens from now until then. But I just don't understand why all this is just happening right now, because a lot of people are getting laid off, and, people are cutting back people's hours. And it's getting to the point where it's getting stressful, because it's like, okay, well, is he going to have a job when he goes back? Are they going to start laying people off and this and that? Like, I'm just to the point where I am starting to stress a little bit because I don't have a job. So we are a one income family at the moment, and he pays the bills and everything, and pays for what we need. And if he's out of a job, then we're kind of gonna be screwed. But I mean, I hope it doesn't come down to that, because then that'll be even more stress on us. And I already know that I'm not going to try and find a job until after all of this is done with, only because the simple fact is, what's the point of going to try and find a job just to possibly, if I don't have it, bring it home to my family and everything? Like, I just don't want to risk it. And with everybody being laid off and like hours being cut, there's just no point, because it's like, okay, well, who's actually hiring, and not hiring, like, who's still taking employees and who's not. And sorry if you can hear my 2-year-old in the background. It sounds like he is being naughty and getting himself into trouble, so his dad probably got after him. But I just, wanted to come on here and give like a quick update about everything that's going on with us. It's just, I'm hoping that this next week goes by pretty quick, because we need answers, honestly. And it's like nobody's willing to give us those answers. So it's just, where do we go from here? Like, do we, does he start looking for another job? Is he going to be paid for the 2 weeks that he has to have off? Because like his job, he doesn't have enough hours for like sick leave or whatever. So that's why we're really hoping that with, what Trump passed about sick workers getting, sick leave pay and everything. We're really hoping that he'll qualify for that, being as, it's not his fault. His job asked him to stay gone for 14 days and then just pretty much told him, you're not going to get paid for this, blah, blah, blah. But that was a couple of days before Trump had passed the, sick paid leave for workers. So it's like, okay, well, he was sick and that's why his job told him to stay home, but he hasn't been tested positive. So is it going to count or is it not going to count? It's just pretty much a waiting game, and I'm tired of waiting. Like, I get so anxious and everything, and it's just to the point where I don't know what to do from here. Sorry, I gotta go stir the dinner. Give me just 2 seconds. Okay, now that that is stirred, I'm just gonna go, sit back down and wait for that to get done. But I just, wanted to give everybody an update on what's going on with us and, just see what we do from here, Go ahead and leave me some comments, some advice, anything, honestly, would really help at this time. Because it's to the point where I know I keep saying that I'm stressed out and I don't know where to go from here, and this and that, but it's just the truth. Like, I really don't know what's going to happen after this is all over, or how long it's going to take for this to be all over. And, like I was telling my husband the other day, I was having a conversation with him about them quarantining people who, have been tested positive for the coronavirus. Okay, what happens if, yes, they get over it and everything, but they go back into the public and they either get it again or they weren't completely over it and they pass it to somebody else? Like, how is that working? Like, I honestly, this is just my personal opinion, I honestly think that everybody should just go on a 2-week quarantine just to get it over with. Like, we need this shit over with, honestly. Like, it's getting to the point where it's like everybody's freaking out. Like, all the shelves are starting to be emptied and this and that. Like, and it's just like, okay, like, people are acting like it's a freaking zombie apocalypse right now. Like, that's what the stores are looking like. It's looking like people are ready for, war and this and that. Like, even though I know it's just for, the lockdown, because people don't know if they're going to get locked down or how long they're going to be locked down for, so they're just telling people to have enough food for 2 weeks. You don't need more food than that if you don't have, if you already have the food that you need for those 2 weeks. Leave some for other people. Like, I see all these stories about these elderly people, just being pushed around in the store and everything, and I just think, like, that's not right. Like, if you see an elderly person in the store and they're trying to find something and they can't find, or, they don't have enough money for something, just chip in, just help each other out. That's really what we need right now. We all just need to come together and help each other out, stay together in this and just work together. Like, the faster we work together, the faster, we'll be done with this. It's pretty much what it comes down to, is we just, all need to come together to get this over with as quick as possible. So honestly, I just don't understand why they haven't locked us all down for 2 weeks, just 2 weeks. And it should, hopefully, you'd think with that 2 weeks, being in quarantine, everybody, that it would just vanish. I just don't understand, it's kind of reminds me of like the flu, because of how many people are dying from this. Like, a lot of people have died from the flu. So this kind of reminds me of it, but it's so stressful. But I'm going to get off of here for now, because dinner's about to be done. So I will probably check back in a little bit later. I might not. I'm not sure yet. So just in case that I don't check back in, I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you are notified every time I upload a new video. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.